Yo, good day guys. Go Battle League is back with more glitches. Kidding aside, Go Battle League is back and I'm very excited to share to you what happened to my rankings in the past week. I reached rank 8 right after Go Battle League went up. Yes, that's correct, I ranked up. This video is intended for those trainers that are still in rank 7 or below. To be honest, it's a roller coaster ride for me from ranks 1 to 8 and I'm just starting. It's still a long road ahead and many more battles for us to reach our goal, which is rank 10. So for those trainers who are still struggling to reach rank 8, this is for you. I'll be discussing my lineup and hopefully you could get something from it and use it on your Go Battle League journey.
My team consists of Swampert, Clefable, and Venusaur. This lineup is mostly made up of metas or Pokemons that are in the meta list. First up, let's discuss Swampert. Swampert is ranks number 4 in the meta list. Its key matchups are Giratina Altered, Alolan Mach, Registeel, and Charizard. Oh, I forgot, Snorlax as well. Its top counters are basically grass types. I made Swampert as my lead because it can counter Giratina Altered, which is one of the mostly used meta. Also, it has a good chance of winning against Alolan Mach, Scizor, and Togekiss. These Pokemons are some of the widely used leads in Ultra League, aside from Giratina Altered. Now, let's tackle Swampert's fast and charge moves. Its fast move is Mud Shot, while its charge moves are Hydro Cannon and Earthquake. Mudshot is a ground move or ground fast move that generates 9 energy per attack. Take note of that, 9 energy per attack. You need to throw at least 5 Mudshots for you to activate Swampert's Hydro Cannon, if your Swampert has Hydro Cannon as charge attack. Mudshot is super effective against Fire, Steel, Poison, Rock, and Electric types, while it's not very effective against Flying, Bug, and Grass types. Now let's compare it to Water Gun. If you use Water Gun Swampert or Water Gun as fast attack of your Swampert, it generates 3 energy per turn. In short, you need 15 Water Guns to activate your Hydro Cannon. Water Gun is super effective against Fire, Rock, and Ground types, while it's not very effective against Water, Grass, and Dragon types. Now, let's check my Swampert's charged moves. My Swampert has 2 charged moves. First is Hydro Cannon. This is a Community Day charged move, meaning if you play during Mudkip's Community Day and evolve your Mudkip to Swampert, it will have Hydro Cannon. But you can also get it from Elite Charge TM. In my case, I used Elite Charge TM to get Hydro Cannon. Now, the second charged move is Earthquake. Hydro Cannon is a water type charged move which can bring 80 points or 80 damage points to your opponent. It's super effective against ground, rock, and fire types, while it's not very effective against water, grass, and dragon types. Hydro Cannon can also bring a good neutral damage to some Pokemons like Togekiss. You can bring down Togekiss with 2 Hydro Cannons, so if you face one, make sure you utilize your Hydro Cannon well. Earthquake. Earthquake is a ground charge move that can bring a whooping 120 damage points to your opponent. Earthquake is super effective against Poison, Rock, Steel, Fire, and Electric types, while it's not very effective against Flying, Bug, and Grass types. Although it's not very effective against grass, but if you used it against Venusaur, it can still bring Venusaur's HP to critical levels. Now that we have discussed or tackled about Swampert's attacks, let's take a look at my second member of the team, which is Clefable.
As we all know, Dragon types are weak against Fairy types, and Ultra League has a lot of Dragon type trainers. Yes, I've seen a lot of them uses Giratina Altered. In my experience, Giratina Altered is always present in almost all of my battles. This is why Clefable is in my team, the Dragon Slayer.
Clefable ranks number 19 in the meta list. Its key matchups are Giratina Altered, Poliwrath, Shiftry, Machamp, and Togekiss, while its top counters are Heatran, Tentacruel, Klinglang, Jirachi, and Venusaur Shadow. Clefable is weak against Poison and Steel types. It's also vulnerable against Fire types, so be careful when you are matched against these types. Clefable is strong against Dragon, Fighting, Dark, and Bug types. Now, I will discuss my Clefable's fast and charged moves. I used Charm as fast move of Clefable. Charm brings 19 damage points to your opponent, while it produces 6 energy per attack. So, if you have a Meteor Mash, or if you have Meteor Mash as charged move, you need to throw at least 10 charms for you to use it. Now, if your Clefable has Dazzling Gleam as charge attack, you need to throw at least 12 charms, while Wind Blast charge attack requires 10 charms. You could take down Giratina Altered in less than 35 seconds without using any charge attacks. Also, you need to manage your lineup well if you're using Clefable. You need to anticipate when will Giratina Altered or any Dragon types will come out. My Clefable has two charged moves. First is Meteor Mash and second is Dazzling Gleam. Meteor Mash is a Steel type charge attack. It can give your opponent 100 damage points. This charge attack is super effective against Fairy, Rock, and Ice, while it's weak against, or not very effective against, Steel, Fire, Water, and Electric types. Second charged move is Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam gives 110 damage points to your opponent. Like I said earlier, it needs 12 charms before you can use it. Dazzling Gleam is super effective against Fighting, Dragon, and Dark types, while it's not very effective against Poison, Steel, and Fire types. Now, let's discuss the last member of my team, Venusaur.
Venusaur ranks number 8 in the meta list. Again, my lineup is mostly metas. I put Venusaur in my lineup because of 3 things. 1. Because of Swampert and Empoleon. As we all know, water types are weak against grass types, and the aforementioned Pokemons are water types. Although Empoleon is water steel typing, Venusaur could still take it down. Second, it's because of fairy types. In Ultra League, Giratina Altered is one of the most popular Pokemons. Most trainers use it as their leads or closers. And to counter this Pokemon, trainers need fairy types like Clefable, Granbull, and Togekiss. These fairy types are weak against poison attacks, and Venusaur's Sludge Bomb could do that job for me. Lastly, it's tanky. My Venusaur's IV is 14 for attack, 15 for defense, and 11 for HP. Because of its perfect defense, it tanks attacks from top metas like Grisolia and Giratina Altered. Now, let's talk about its fast and charge moves. Its fast move is Vine Whip, while its charge moves are Solar Beam and Sludge Bomb. Vine Whip gives 12 damage points while it generates 8 energy. Since my Venusaur has Sludge Bomb as charge attack, I need 7 Vine Whips to throw a Sludge Bomb. Comparing it to Razor Leaf shots 26 damage points. It's much better from Vine Whip with regards to damage points given, but Razor Leaf only generates 4 energy per attack, meaning you need 14 Razor Leaves for you to use Sludge Bomb. Now, if you have Frenzy Plant as charge attack, you need at least 12 Razor Leaves or 7 Vine Whips. In short, Vine Whip is the much better fast move because the energy that it generates is much bigger than Razor Leaf. In short, you could use your charge move the soonest if you have Vine Whip as fast move of your Venusaur. Now let's go through the charge moves. My Venusaur has Sludge Bomb and Solar Beam. I wasn't able to play during the Bulbasaur's Community Day, that's why I don't have a Venusaur with Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant is the best charge move of Venusaur, followed by Sludge Bomb. What I did is use Solar Beam instead of Frenzy Plant, because I'm not still buying an Elite Charge TM. Maybe if Niantic could make it as season reward again, I will use that Elite Charge TM to unlock Venusaur's Frenzy Plant. For now, I will stick with Sludge Bomb and Solar Beam. Sludge Bomb requires 52 energy while it lands 80 damage points. It's super effective against grass and fairy types, while it's not very effective against rock, steel, poison, ground, and ghost types. In a battle against Togekiss, you need at least 2 Sludge Bombs and a shield for you to defeat Togekiss. Why do I need to shield? It's because Togekiss might use Flamethrower that can bring a super effective attack against your Venusaur. Solar Beam on the other hand gives 150 damage points and requires 80 energy. Solar Beam is super effective against ground, rock, and water, while it's not very effective against flying, poison, bug, steel, grass, and dragon. There you go, that's my lineup that brought me to rank 8. Again, I would like to share to you some tips on how to overcome rank 7. First, you need to practice a lot. Practice makes perfect, and practice can help you level up your game. How to practice? Go to PBPook. It has a battle simulator that you could use to simulate your battles. Second is, do research. Why research? Because you need to know your opponents. You need to know each moves of the metas in Ultra League. 75% of your battles you'll be facing at least one meta. Lastly, never give up. I almost quit Pokemon Go and making Go Battle League videos. It's so frustrating that every time you lose a battle, knowing that you're just a few points away from the next rank. So never quit. If you're tired and frustrated, just take a rest for a few days and try it again. For those who watch this video, thank you. See you soon on my next video. I will still share to you my quest to rank 10. Again guys, enjoy the game, stay safe, this pandemic will end soon and everything will go back to normal. Bye guys.